Well, somebody who is used to just winning championships like yearly, like it's no big deal, is joining me here. I'm Jones Angell. She, of course, is no longer the national champion player for Carolina Field Hockey, the national champion winning coach for Carolina Field Hockey. That is Erin Matson. Erin, great to see you as always. And I have to imagine this has been a whirlwind for you.
Yes.
So as we all know the story, Erin was on the team a year ago. Now she's the head coach of the team, and they just won their 11th national championship, their 5th in the last 6 years. Let's just start there. What was the moment like? What was the game like? What was the after party like? Like all of it. What was it?
I'm sitting here shaking my head because I don't even know how to put it into words. I don't know what season we're in, what day it is, what time, it's dark outside, but it's like 4 or something. Right. But no, it's just been a blur, but a beautiful one. The game itself was, Northwestern gave us a game, and we had control of the ball, but they had their moments, and it was a roller coaster of a game with a roller coaster of emotions, and to end a national championship game in sudden death shootouts, you couldn't draw it up better. And then the moment when the ball hits the backboard, it will replay in my mind, it will replay in all of their minds. Anyone who is a part of that crowd and that atmosphere will remember it. It was just a phenomenal sporting event. And then, celebrating with the team, it doesn't get old. And I thought it was great as a player. And now to watch it and take a step back and see it through a coach's lens, it's even sweeter.
So, what are your feelings on the side? It was a year ago that you were the one out there. You had a much larger hand in kind of deciding whether or not the team won or lost. It felt like. So, what are your emotions when you could probably still go? You could go out there and still go do it, but now you're not allowed to. So how's all that work?
Yeah, that's definitely been, I've learned a lot this season about myself in terms of that, because you're asking someone who, likes control and definitely probably has some control issues to give it up. And I can go out and motivate and, try to instill self-belief and confidence and, do as much as I can, but they're the ones with the sticks in their hands. They're the ones in between the white lines doing it. So, it's definitely different. I jumped out there a couple times with them, after I try to avoid the whole just watch and copy thing. I don't think that's coaching, but when I've exhausted all other possibilities of getting it through to them, it's the last resort and they have fun with it. So it's been good, but it's different but familiar, and I don't know how to describe it. It's very beautiful. And they wanted it so badly. I wanted it so badly for them. The whole staff wanted it so badly. So to see, them go out there and stick to the game plan and play a great game of hockey, and deserve that win, it makes it, even better. And I'm just so proud.
What do you know now that you just couldn't have known when you got the job? Like, you got a job, you're like, yeah, I can do this job. Yeah. But you just don't know it until you do it. Yeah. What have been some of those things that you just had no clue you didn't know? Yeah.
Everything. No, I thought I, had a good understanding of the stuff that people don't really think about that goes into it, just because I was curious and I had that relationship with Coach Shelton and asked and, was very observant as a student athlete. And then, I had all the conversations before. Are you sure you're ready for this? All of these things you didn't know about, this is what's going to happen. And you can think about it and sit in your bed at night and prepare for things. And then it hits you. And I was lucky I had a huge, wonderful support system to lean on and learn from and have those conversations with. But everything in terms of scheduling and travel plans and, every decision having to think so deeply into, because it's going to be interpreted in 28 different ways, because you got 28 different girls, plus your staff, plus your support staff, plus the families and the parents and, everything that goes into it behind the scenes that players and student athletes don't think about, and they don't have to. That's not their job. Their job is to go out and play, but there is so much that goes into it. And I think just keeping an open mind, I will be learning for years and years to come. We all know I'm young and new at this, but just, being so open to that and to growing and learning, it's been phenomenal. But it's definitely been a lot, and I'm excited to just start with a good steak dinner tonight.
There you go. Yeah, that's the next step.
To relax a little bit.
And this is totally my opinion. Obviously, you know it better than me. This didn't seem like an absolute dominant Carolina field hockey team. We've seen some of those here in the recent past. This is obviously a very good team. It's the number one seed going to the tournament. Obviously very good. But maybe not completely dominant like we've seen.
No, totally agree. Yeah.
So how did this team do it? What did this team do to make it happen?
Sure. Yeah, this one, I think they knew that. They knew it wasn't a season of like, and there are never supposed to's. I know what you're saying. Like every team that I was a part of, every, past 10 national championship teams, they had to earn it in their own way. But this year it was more. There was that, yes, we were ranked high, and yes, we came into it. And like you said, we earned the number one spot in the tournament, but it was just different. And I think this year's team, it wasn't about the hockey at all. It was the journey that they went through to come together and to believe and, lead each other on the field and off the field and have conversations that, most college athletes don't have. They're not mature enough to have those. They're not mature enough to handle their coach being, someone in the position that, I just played with them. I was just going out with them. I was, living with them. So it took a very special group. And I think just what they did off the field to prepare themselves and to grow into, the leaders and people they became this season, it's crazy. And again, like, yes, their skills were top notch. We had great practices. We worked hard in the film room. But, for them to really earn this, they had to come together, and they did that.
That atmosphere, and you guys draw great crowds and have an incredible home field advantage. But the atmosphere for that championship game was unreal. Unlike anything we have seen before for field hockey. Even in the COVID champion. This one was different. Yeah. What does that mean for you and for your team to have that kind of support from the Chapel Hill community in that type of environment? Like
you said, our fans, for as long as I can remember, stand out. We do it differently. Our, whether it's local families, our parents, alums who are flying in from California, we just have a fan base as Carolina, but also as Carolina field hockey like no other. And then, yes, you look at the COVID national championship and see, you go back and look at all those photos of the spillage out of the stands and everything. And then it's like, okay, let's look at opening night this year versus Michigan with 1,700 people there, and it's like, how can it get any better? And then they go, Chapel Hill brings 3,200 friends together to come hang out at a field hockey match. So it's just unreal. And this team, we've told them, I've told them multiple times, they can now say, yes, they won a national championship. Yes, they, did something that people thought they couldn't do, but they've also, changed the game in America forever. You don't hear sold out and field hockey in the same sentence. You don't hear 3,200, uttered in the same breath as a field hockey match. And, they can say they've done something that no one has done before in terms of getting more eyes on our sport and more people caring about our sport. And to see, just the Carolina fan base come together through it has just been awesome and so rewarding. And I know they feel the love.
All right, last thing. How does this feel different for you? I mean, you won a bunch of these as a player. Does it feel different for you? Is it more satisfying in some different kind of way? How is it different for you?
It's different. I don't know, and I know you've asked me it before, like which one stands out, which one's the best, and they're all different and special, and I could never pick, the best one. And the girls were asking me this yesterday after the game and today, like, is it different? And I'm like, yes, guys, trust me, it's different. No, but it's, I don't know how to describe it. There's something to be said for being a player and, you're the one waking up early. You're the one getting on the line. You're the one bent over after drills, putting everything you have into it, and you want it for the people next to you. But there's also a piece of you that's like, I'm working hard. I want this for myself too, and I'm going to do everything to reach it. And then as a coach, there's no time for that. And if there is, then you're doing something wrong, because at least the way we do things here at Carolina, our job is to do everything for the players, for the staff, for the fans. So to put so much time and energy and care and love into a group and to see them celebrate and to see them smiling and crying together and hugging and just in awe of what they've done. You know, it's so different. I thought I had it made being on the field, hoisting the trophy and in the circle, you know, tackling each other. But there is something so remarkable and breathtaking about just being able to step back and watch it all unfold and see their pure joy.
You know, you messed up because now, like, the bar is just
I know.
win the
I don't know what
year.
I'm doing, like, to myself. I know.
Every year you have to win it now. If you don't win it, it's like, oh, well, what happened with field hockey this year?
I know. Hey, you guys, you know we like pressure, so I'll take it. If that's our problem, that's a good problem.
That's right. Well, congratulations. Remarkable story, remarkable season, and what a terrific victory for Carolina and Carolina field hockey. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jones. Thanks.